Hello guys, welcome back for another episode of Trails of Cold Steel. We are on day 2 of the Celdic field study, and, well, Violin Man is here. Oh yeah, we were supposed to be going to the market to see what happened. Away we go. I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday. Good morning. Opening late today after all, I see. Afraid so. Guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? 2 merchants whose stalls were destroyed are still arguing about it. You bastard! You're not getting away with this one. Oh no, not them. The manager came to try and break him up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. Hope no one ends up getting hurt. What should we do, Reed? Or maybe we could try talking to them. Considering everything that happened yesterday, you just might be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. We're students. We like helping people. Let's go! That's not Elisa's voice. Oh. How dare you destroy my stall? You damned coward. I knew you country folk weren't to be trusted. Who else could it have been? Just come clean and admit it already. Who are you calling a coward, you Heimdallrillian snob? You're the one who wanted my spot after all. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as the bad guy here. You make me sick. What do you say we settle this right here and now? Bring it on. Hold it. This is fun. We have swords. Let's just use them. Swords trump fist fights. They do. +7. You kids again. Keep your noses out of this. I'm gonna make him pay for smashing my stall. Smashing? Wow, they really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, robbing another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they will still be smashed, and you will be worse off. But this anger ain't gonna go away unless I do something. That's right. If you're angry, just beat someone up. It'll make the anger go away. Don't follow me on that. He took all my goods too, so I haven't got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You were the one who stole my goods. And you're gonna give them all back right now. And fix the damage you did to my stall. Or else I can't be held responsible for my actions. This isn't good. I don't think they're even listening to a word we're saying. You have a sword. Use it. What do you think we do? Stop this at once. Oh hey, the Imperial Army. Not Imperial. Provincial. The Provincial Army? What? Wait, which one is it? I don't know. What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense at once. But I believe you are the one in charge here. I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. Well, you see, the market manager explained Men, take them away.
Yes, sir.
What?
What do you mean, take them away? Or us away?
2 stalls were destroyed. 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time and somehow didn't hear the other, even though smashing up stalls would cause quite a bit of noise.
But that's not fair.
Do you not think it premature to draw such a conclusion without any investigation? The provincial army doesn't have time to waste solving the petty squabbles of merchants. We got to go lounge in our barracks. But I am not an unreasonable man. Cease your dispute, and you will be left alone. Continue, and you come with us. The choice is yours.
They're trying to force both merchants to forget this ever happened? To sweep the whole ordeal under the rug?
Yeah, something about this seems really wrong. Very good. I'm sure you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to all parties involved. I hope you'll think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now, if you'll please excuse me, I'm a busy man, and I have more pressing matters to attend to. Bill, get the pool table ready.
There they go.
Well, I guess they did stop those 2 from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem.
This isn't right. I see now how the provincial army here conducts itself. I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now, the 2 of you need to focus on keeping cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You'll feel a lot better.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the grand market for business until we've cleaned up these busted stalls. And we're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending me a hand?
Manager Otto, with assistance from the merchants of the market, cleared away the remains of the 2 stalls. And with the help of Rain and the others on top of that, the grand market was finally able to open for the day, albeit behind schedule.
Ah, such nice music. Thanks to you 4, we were able to open the grand market for business today, a bit quicker than I'd expected. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am.
Oh, there's no need for that. We barely did anything.
I'm just glad no one got hurt.
All the more reason to thank you. A merchant's stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage, and it's hard to bring back someone from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The provincial army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they'd make no attempts to find an amicable solution. Quite right. It's clearer now than ever that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. And I can't see that changing unless we decide to accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it.
Still, you'd think they'd at least be a little more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way those two merchants are just going to accept this and move on.
I don't suppose they will. And if word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what. Is something wrong, Reed? You're awfully quiet. Are you feeling unwell? Sir, I have a favor to ask. Would you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident?
What?
Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrator who destroyed the merchant's stalls ourselves? It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. You're students. You have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right interfering with them. We're students for training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the provincial army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on all of us. Well, that's true enough, I guess. But do you really think we're up for something like this?
I kind of have to wonder that too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least check with Instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks.
She's already told us. Put your heads together and think. I'm sure you'll see what you need to do. Her words. This seems like exactly the sort of thing she meant. At least it does to me. Oh.
I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall under the scope of our field study after all.
Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we're up for it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can. Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So, if you're 100% sure, I have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you can do for us. You got it, Otto. Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you. Just be careful. Don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want you kids being put in danger. Danger is our middle name, sorry. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look Van Dyke in the eye anymore. We'll be careful, we promise. I know I will, at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that that's settled, we should act quickly.
Yeah, let's get this investigation started.
So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. The logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, scene of the crime. Can't argue that. We should probably get statements from those two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've calmed themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. Still, we have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well.
We'll need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train toward Heimdall, we'll have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we've been given other tasks, too. I'd really like to get them done.
In short, we need to keep moving. Our deadline is 9 p.m. Let's use every minute we have to accomplish everything we possibly can. Understood? You bet.
Right. That's correct. Does that make you students from Thor's who the market manager said would be coming then?
Yep, that's us. We came to see you about the
We came to see you about the request you sent in. Could you explain the situation to us in full? Of course. I happened to come across someone's wallet by my store yesterday, you see. I kept it with me in the hopes that they would come pick it up, but no one's come to claim it. As such, I'd like to ask you all for your help in delivering it back to its owner. Would you be able to do that?
We'd be happy to help.
Thank you. Here's the wallet that I found then. We'll be sure to take good care of it.
I assume that you've already inspected the contents.
I did indeed. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything inside that could help to identify the owner.
What exactly was inside it anyway?
Well, naturally, there was mirror in it. Like, a lot of mirror. This isn't just chump change we're talking about. The only other thing was a train ticket to Heimdall that's scheduled for tonight.
Sounds like the owner is a fairly well-off traveler then.
There's not much we can do with that as our only lead, though.
I believe the train ticket is potentially our best lead. Yeah, but what should we do with it? Should we go and ask at the station? Yeah, considering it's for a train that leaves tonight, I imagine the owner is frantically searching for it. Which means they might have already been to the station themselves to ask about it.
Well, let's head over to the station then. Sorry for the trouble, but I'm counting on you for this.
Leave it to us. Oh, while we're in the market. And to think I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celdic Grand Market. Huh, that kinda sucks. I never thought about that. To be a businessman all your life, to go to the greatest market in the world, well, on this continent, and you finally get there, and all of your merchandise gets destroyed and stolen. That sucks. What did I ever do to deserve this? Excuse me. You! I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior.
He seems really down.
It's quite understandable. He's a merchant, unable to do business. So, what brings you here? Did you need something from me? Well, actually, Reed explained that he and his classmates were investigating the truth behind what had happened the previous night. You're investigating. That's right, and we'd really appreciate it if you could answer a few questions for us. You may be able to help us find a true culprit. I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than doing nothing, at least.
You don't have to sound so pessimistic.
Well, can you blame me? You're students at a military academy. You're not exactly ace detectives. That's true, but we're still determined to find out who did this. We may be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful. Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, though. It's not like I saw anything worth mentioning. You didn't? As soon as I made sure my stall was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. Guess I shouldn't have left the stall unattended, though. By the time I got in, it was too late. The deed had been done. So by morning, the stalls had already been destroyed and your goods stolen. Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly? Oh, I have a sample with me, actually.
An accessory? This is a brand that's popular in the capital.
It's been a real hit lately. I was hoping to bring the fad here by selling them at the market, but this is the only one I have left. I dread to think just how much money I lost in a single night. That damned coward sabotaging my business. It is much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability? No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns sharing this spot with me, he decided he'd destroy my stall altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give me my goods back, no matter what it takes. Please try to calm down. You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the Provincial Army really will arrest you, right? Yeah, I know. It's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong on general principle. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes. Well, I can't promise success, but I swear to you, we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything this merchant knows. Let's try questioning the other one. Can I hear your music? No? Darn. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time? You're those kids from the military academy, right? What do you want from me? I got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And to top it all off, the Provincial Army and the damn merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it. He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him. We need to see if he knows anything that may help us. Well, you see, Reed explained that he and his classmates were investigating the truth behind what had happened. You're investigating this mess? Okay. So would you consider cooperating with us? Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but hell, I got nothing left to lose.
Not exactly about confidence.
Hey, he's willing to cooperate. I say we cut him some slack and hear him out. So, about last night, at the time the incident actually happened. Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be if that's what you're asking about here. See, I left the market right after arguing with the merchant yesterday. I didn't come back until morning. Stayed over at a friend's place. Another merchant. Just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night. And you're certain of this? Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me. He'll back me up. I wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. My whole stall in shambles. And as if they weren't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell were just gone. Without a trace.
So the goods that were stolen were all processed foods.
That's right. Nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool's stall to make him pay for it. Why did you go straight to him? Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have all that spot to himself. But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was his stall destroyed too? He must have done it himself. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be responsible.
I don't know. That seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive.
frustration, baseless accusations do no one any favors and only cloud the true issue. But it's so frustrating. I lost so much money because of this. I might have to shut up shop for good. That is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat. But what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about the help. I'm finished. Poor, pure and simple. All the hard work I've been putting into getting this far, and this is how the dream ends for me. Well, I'll be honest. I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you, but we'll do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. So cheer up, yeah? I do appreciate that, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though. That's all the two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. Does anyone else have? What does everybody else think? I'm not sure about that. I really don't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have adequate motive to damage the other's stall, but the chance of both committing the same crime on the same night without crossing paths is virtually nil.
It's not impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise, but I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place.
I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of these merchants being responsible for what happened. So we're going to have to look elsewhere to find viable suspects. Where, though? I mean, who could it possibly have been?
It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was?
The murder itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere. Actually, there is one thing that's been bugging me. There's one group of people involved in this whole situation whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe if we can work out the reasoning behind their strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit. Whom do you mean? I'm talking about the provincial army. They haven't done a thing to try and solve this crime, despite it happening right under their noses. And that begs the question, why not? The market manager said they're refusing to fulfill their role due to tax issue, which means the provincial army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well. And if that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning?
Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense. Their methods were atrocious, but the fact is, they brought the dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved.
Yeah, one minute they're refusing to do anything, and the next they're taking a stand. It's definitely suspicious. My point exactly. There's definitely something unnatural about the way they're conducting themselves. And since we have no other leads, what do you say we go to the Army's guardhouse and take a look around? We might be able to learn something from them that could aid us in our investigation. That may be worth an attempt.
The guardhouse isn't too far from here either. Let's head on over and see what we can find out.
Wrong one. This one. So we're going to differential arms. If I remember. No, that's not what I want. Was Lunaria nature park? Or was Lunaria nature park? Anyways. Station is not this way. Where are you, station? Oh, you're right in front of me. After entering the station, they asked asked about whether or not there had been any inquiries in regards to lost property. Yes, there was an inquiry. The wallet seems to match the description we received, too. Can I ask when the inquiry was made? I believe it was this morning. A young lady came along in a panic, claiming that she was at a complete loss without her wallet and its contents. From what I could tell, she seems to have been traveling alone, too. I get why she would be in a panic then.
Did she say anything else that could lead us to her?
She mentioned something about returning to the inn to do a through check, if I recall correctly. It's the Weathercock, right down the street. You can't miss it. How convenient. We happen to be staying there ourselves. Okay, let's go ask Margaret. I have a question. Why couldn't you just give us a description of the lady instead of where she went or has been?
Hey there, is there something the matter?
Do you have a moment? There's something we'd like to ask you. Reen explained the situation to Margaret and asked if anyone had been looking for a wallet.
Oh, you're looking for Annabelle. Bad timing though, she just left.
That's unfortunate.
But we have a name now at least. That makes life a lot easier.
True. All that's left now is to actually meet with her.
She mentioned she'd be searching at the rest area in the Grand Market next, so you'll want to head there. Make sure to return it to her, okay?
We will. Let's go. Oh man. Back to the Grand Market then. Hey dude. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know if a young lady came here in search of her wallet, would you? She was indeed here a few moments ago, but she's gone now. Do you know where she went? Unfortunately not. She did mention something about having no choice but to rely on Adios now, though. Does that help you out at all?
I think there's only one place that could be.
Shall we make our way to the church? That seems like the best bet for now. Hey, Annabelle.
Oh, Adios, please have mercy on my poor soul.
Actually, I think she's from Heimdall.
I simply cannot believe this. How am I supposed to live on, having lost all my mirror in a place like this? Looks like we found her.
The tragic heroine act made it kind of obvious. Unfortunately, we'll have to interrupt her. Excuse me?
Eek! Just who are all of you? Well, you can turn right around if you're planning to rob me. I no longer have any...
Please calm down. We just want to ask you something. If we are correct in assuming... Are we correct in assuming that you are Annabelle?
I am.
Thought so.
You wouldn't happen to recognize this wallet, would you?
It showed her the wallet.
That's my wallet. Where did you find it?
Well, you see...
Thank you so much. I'm surprised to hear that a merchant from the Grand Market kept it safe for me. However, kindness remains within people's hearts after all, it would seem.
Looks that way, yeah.
Regardless, I'm very grateful that you found it for me. Is there any particular amount that you'd like in return? You can take half of what's currently in here if you'd like.
I don't think we can accept that.
Your thanks alone are enough. I see. Well, how about this then? I purchased it as a souvenir at the Grand Market before the Great Wallet search began. I see no reason you can't accept that. In fact, I insist. I hope you find it useful.
Thank you. We gratefully accept this.
You're very welcome. Thank you again for finding my wallet. So you managed to find the owner after all then. Thank goodness. Really can't thank you enough.
I'm glad that we could help.
Please excuse us.
Alright, go on to the west. West is where our other, correct? Yep, West Celdic. Since the guardhouse is here, we should probably talk to them. Wait. Oh, we passed the guardhouse. Aren't you those students from that military academy, was it? What are you doing here? We're terribly sorry to bother you, but we were hoping you could be able to help us with something. Could we ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this morning? What? What does that have to do with you? We're visiting this town on a field study as students of Thor's Military Academy, and we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations. This seems a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study and could prove most invaluable to our education, if you'd permit it. Alright, stay here. I'll see what I can do.
Looks like we might be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura.
In times like these, we need to make use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn, after all. But now comes the hard part. This makes me nervous. Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it. And even more importantly, what they don't say. Right. I hope you appreciate us taking the time out of our busy schedules for this. So what do you want? And make it quick. I'm a busy man, you know.
He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable.
I'll be brief then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Would we be correct in assuming that the provincial army will be conducting no further investigation? Is that all you came here to ask? Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining peace in this region not be taking this matter more seriously?
Laura, I'm not sure.
You've got a big mouth for someone your age. And it seems you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you this. What should the number one priority of the provincial army be in order to maintain the status quo? I'll tell you, their number one priority should be to enforce the will of their region's ruling lord. Duke Alberea. As members of the provincial army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We're just following their orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect. I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase. So you're saying, as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the Grand Market isn't something you have a duty to protect. Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers, we follow our orders, that's how the military works. And we don't need some fresh military academy inductees telling us how to do our jobs.
This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame?
I was hoping we'd be able to get something out of him, but it sure doesn't seem too likely anymore. So, is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do. Wait, would you mind answering just one more question? Elliot? Fine,
basket.
Well, do you have any idea what might have happened to the goods Marco was handling? You know, the accessory merchant. All he had left was that one sample.
What are you talking about? That merchant from the capital, Hines, was the one who was planning on selling accessories.
What?
What did you say?
Well, what are you all looking at me like that for?
How did you know that? I was under the impression you hadn't investigated the matter at all. How very peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago ourselves.
Sir, we have our ways of finding these things out. You do well not to underestimate us. Now, we've wasted enough time answering your questions. We're leaving. Quickly, back to the pool table.
Do you think?
The fact that they know what each of the merchants was selling means they did investigate the matter after all. The burglary happened last night, and it was only first discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity during that time for them to do any digging, not without running into us. Agreed. I suspect they knew what each merchant was planning to sell well in advance of yesterday's incident. Though that would be easy information for them to learn, since Duke and Maria must have issued permits for both stalls. Why do I always have to deal with maps while I'm recording?
It's true. The army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records for something like that. But why would they bother?
Maybe they needed to know so they could prepare. Prepare for what? I get the impression that the incident at the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits for the same spot was a coincidence either. It was probably done to get them to start fighting, so they could get robbed while there was tension between them. Basically, to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help. So the two merchants were being used all along. That seems to fit perfectly with what happened this morning. Meanwhile, the provincial army has shown no interest in actively working toward a solution, unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition.
So they waited for things to get out of hand, then showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually, the merchants would get worn down enough that they'd feel like they have no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought.
Yeah, thanks to Elliot, I do believe we finally uncovered the truth of the matter. That was indeed some very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. You'd make a fine military strategist. I just got lucky, that's all. So, what we know is the provincial army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it, once and for all, though, seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the provincial army, that's not going to be an easy task. No, I don't think anyone from the army was directly involved. The soldiers here are far too proud to dirty their hands with such escapades.
I tend to agree. Really, whoever the culprits are, I doubt they're still here in Celdic. There just aren't many viable places to hide such a huge volume of goods without them being found.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escaped by train? No, that can't be. Boarding a train with that much merchandise would raise suspicion for sure. It's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they can't have gotten far. Maybe we should ask around the main roads and see if anyone saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious may have been spotted leaving or even entering the town. That sounds like a wise course of action. Come, let's resume our search. We mustn't let this cowardly thief run free.
I wouldn't dream of it.
girl with a kitten. Cute kitten.
Lulu, are you okay? Look what that nasty man did to her.
Is something the matter?
I was just chasing after Lulu near the west exit of town, and there was this weird man asleep along the side of the street. A weird man?
To sleep in the midst of a bustling town like this, oblivious to its dangers, suggests he must possess formidable skill.
Or he's just really drunk. The nasty smell coming off him nearly made poor little Lulu faint.
That's terrible.
It really was. I don't know who he is, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him.
So he's not from this town then?
I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I'd never seen him before then. Really now? That sounds like the weirdest I've ever heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day and isn't Instructor Sarah, then we know he's not a merchant at the very least.
Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's have a look near the west exit and see if we can track him down. La 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 la. Boom. Hey, drunk guy. Drink. Bring me another drink.
Hey, you, this guy reeks. How much has he put down?
It's only midday and he's already blitzed. I don't think this is the man we're looking for. But I think he'd have trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir, are you alright? We can help you back home if you'd like.
Shut up and leave me alone. I'm just a girl for nothing who has lost her job. Look after nature park for my whole life.
Nature park?
Here, Cassie Hurley. Naria Nature Park. The northwest of here. I used to be in the park ranger for an old dump.
And then you lost your job?
Yeah, out of nowhere too. Gave him a lifetime job. Yes, came and took it all from me. Damn vicious just so out of nowhere. Told me I was sick. I can't just take a man's job and hold on him like that. It's not fair. The job of my life. My life.
Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right. Agreed. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away from him without good reason.
I'm so glad somebody's understand how I feel. There's no way a bunch of kids like you are gonna do a better job than me.
Kids?
I should kid last night too, see? Brush teeth and rain uniforms went walking out of town near the waste exit. Weird thing was he was carrying a bunch of warm boxes too, middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell you.
You don't think they could have been the nature park? I wouldn't have even considered it. But a park would no doubt provide a large enough space. It fits perfectly. Yeah, and they'd have no trouble stashing the merchandise there undetected. Lock the entrance, leave a couple of lookouts, and no one would suspect a thing for a very long time.
And if a provincial official was able to tell him he was fired, that's practically a smoking gun.
I said something useful or something. Told what I said, but if I help you out, why not buy me a drink?
I would suggest you start trying to sober yourself up instead. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your park and your job.
Why?
We know our next stop. As soon as we're fully prepared, let's head out to Lunaria Nature Park. Right. To Lunaria.
Yep, just the West Highway monster. Is it here? Nope.
We should take a right here to reach the nature park.
Right. Let's go.
Where are you, monster? Huh. Interesting. Where's the monster? Oh, there it is.
A worthy adversary.
It's my turn.
Go! That's that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. Do we gotta report that monster now? Yeah, we gotta report it. Emily's gone. We should go tell Otto. Alright. Off to tell Otto. Hailed it for you. Give us money. Need that to buy supplies. So that we don't get killed. You don't want us to get killed, right? Hey, Otto.
Oh, I see you've taken care of that monster. I really can't thank you enough. I'll have to let those who use the highway regularly know about it. Of course, first comes your reward for a job well done. Here, take this. Thanks for the U material. I feel kind of bad receiving this much. There's no need to. You definitely earned it. Apologies for leaving all the work to you, but good luck with the investigation too.
Alright. And now, off we go to defeat the Huns. Something like that. That's right, I'm a man running with the sword. Come at me if you dare.
Nature park, huh? Sounds less like a park and more like a forest.
Yeah, it really does feel a little out of place sitting smack dab in the middle of farmland as far as the eye can see.
It may have had some religious significance in ages past. Perhaps it was a place where the animists of ancient times chose to enshrine the spirits of the forests. There's a place much like that in my hometown.
Yeah, there's one in mine too.
That park ranger made it sound like there would be people here. If they really are the culprits, maybe they've run away already?
This woodland is too dense to reliably intuit whether anyone awaits within.
Yeah.
What's this?
It's...
A bracelet?
How did a bracelet come to be in a place such as this?
Just as I thought. This bracelet has the same design on it as the ones that the merchant from the capital was planning on selling.
Really?
You're sure?
Positive. There's not a doubt in my mind that it was designed by the same person. Care to give a second opinion on that, Laura?
I'm hardly qualified to weigh in on recent trends, but there do seem to be a number of similarities between this bracelet and the merchant's goods.
So the fact that it's here means...
Yeah. It's extremely likely the culprits we're looking for are inside this park.
Sure seems that way to me.
It only opens from the inside. I suppose that leaves us little choice.
Are you going to destroy it?
Will you be able to...
The lock seems quite solid, but my sword should be strong enough to...
Wait. I'll do it. I can get it done more quietly.
Oh?
Really?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to cut it.
The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School's 4th form. Autumn Leaf Cutter.
Seriously?
Wow! You cut it right in two!
I did. Thankfully.
Spectacular. It's an honor bearing witness to one of the skills of the 8 Leaves School.
Thanks, but I'm still more or less a beginner. Anyway, we don't have much time left. Let's head inside and see if we can find them.
Right. We need to find them before the sun starts to set.
Looks like we can still make it after all.
Excellent. Come then, we must make haste.
There, I saw boxes in the background that I need to break. Yay, boxes. Treasure toys. Oh. It has items for me. I need them.
There's tons of little stone monuments in here.
Yeah. What do you think they're supposed to be?
I imagine they were made by the animists in this province.
Yes, yay. Alright, now we can leave. Let's go. We can probably bypass all the enemies. But there are boxes about. And should I put on detection? I don't need detection. Hey there. Reviving ball. Thank you. Treasure chest. Aww. I see a box. Gotta go get that. Check down this way. Boxes and treasure chests. Boxes. Yes. Alright, I'll check this way. If you keep running and accidentally bump into me,
Is that a treasure chest?
Yay, it is. It's such a
That looks like a strong one. Be careful.
it's not strong, it's afraid of us. Let it wallow in its own sadness.
there's a stream here. This seems like a nice spot.
You are too close. Move away from this treasure chest. Get. I'm right here. Get away from it. Get. Shoot. No one, you die.
The advantage is ours!
Go!
How many of them? Those two are next to each other, so Ellie can kill them.
Right! Fire!
Of course!
Go! That's that. Let's keep moving.
Yay! I feel like maybe I might have equipped it the wrong things. 'Cause my EP is not as high as it usually is. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, he has more attacks than usual. I might have messed that up. But it's fine.
Ah, it's a treasure chest!
With airstrike in it. That's the way forward. No, it is not. Nothing for me there.
That looks like a strong one. Be careful.
Oh, there was something.
Is that a treasure chest?
Alright, now that we have everything, let's go fight the boss. Never mind, this is all.
Just how deep does this forest go?
We must be pretty far in now. I'd imagine we're almost there.
Box.
Is that a treasure chest?
I remember these.
I welcome all challengers.
I can do this. Arcus activate.
My turn.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, it's safe for now.
No. Treasure chest. Healing items. Treasure chest. Box. Alright. And that is the entirety of this path. Good. You. Move it. Now down here with the 5 mushrooms.
It's a treasure chest!
Alright. Come on. I don't feel like fighting you guys, so just make sure to stay out of my way. Good job.
Oh, hey! There's an Orbman charging station.
We must be in the most remote reaches of the park.
Alright, I am going to heal up, well, gain my EP and change around their quartz for a bit. So be right back, guys. Alright, guys, we are back. Let us go to the boss and kick his butt.
There they are.
Not bad for a night's work. And if those idiots don't withdraw that petition, we'll be able to make even more.
Don't get carried away now. We get a reward for all this anyway. We're making out just fine as it is.
Still, who were those guys? The provincial army seemed happy to go out of their way for them.
No idea. But then, I can never figure out what that man's thinking. None of our business either. We just need to be ready to abandon this place at a moment's notice.
You're not going anywhere.
What?
Who's there?
Students?
I know I locked the gate.
Don't tell me you broke in!
Indeed, we did.
It looks like the stolen goods are all here too.
We caught you red-handed.
Let's take them out!
They're just kids. They should be no match for us.
And since we're all alone out here, ain't nobody gonna see a thing.
Hope you're ready for the beating of your lives.
I highly doubt we'll be the ones to endure a beating here today.
As long as we make good use of the Arcus's combat links.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance.
Here we go!
Come on, then.
Go!
Oh, why you guys gotta be all hard?
Right.
Of course. Hey!
Go! That's that. Let's keep moving.
Too bad you guys don't remember your past lives.
Oh, this has got to be some kind of joke. They're kids!
Pitiful. That barely even qualifies as a warm-up.
Well, when you're used to Instructor Sarah's training exercises, warm-ups take on a whole new meaning.
That's very true.
Instructor Sarah regularly tried to kill us.
Bottom line, we won. Fair and square. I'd suggest you surrender yourselves and apologize to everyone in the Grand Market for all the trouble you've caused.
And we'll be returning those stolen goods to their rightful owners, too.
We would also be very interested to learn who hired you.
You must be out of your damned minds if you really think you've won.
Elliot?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just thought I heard the sound of a flute.
What was that?
It sounded like the cry of an enormous beast.
What's happening?
It's coming this way!
Help!
A giant baboon?
It's huge!
I believe we're dealing with the ruler of this forest. What would you suggest, Reen?
Well, they may be thieves, but we can't just leave them to die.
Yes, you
We're
can.
going to have to fight it.
Understood.
Not because they're thieves, but because it's
All right.
your job.
Idios, help us!
That's okay, Elliot.
This looks tough. Careful!
Go!
Arcus, activate.
I can do this.
And you have some fire resistance.
Arcus, activate.
My turn. Of course.
Oh, wait.
My turn.
Right. Let's go.
My turn.
Let's use purgatory.
Of course.
Huh?
Yeah, about millions.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Maybe I'll item.
That was kind of terrifying.
I thought we were done for.
Still, at least we were able to defeat it. Reen, what was that skill you just performed?
Oh, it was something I've been working on for a while. This was the first chance I had to put it through its paces, though. I definitely feel like I'm getting the hang of it now.
I see.
You really are amazing, Reen.
Yeah, you're always there to help us when we need it most.
No, that's not true. There's really only so much I can do on my own. We wouldn't have been able to defeat that thing if we hadn't all been working together as a team. This was a victory for Group A as a whole.
Well,
Indeed.
Unbelievable. What are these kids even doing here?
That bastard. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Who are you talking about?
what?
Uh-oh.
It seems we have some unwelcome guests.
There they are!
And they're not alone.
Put your hands in the air!
Don't try to resist.
Why are you surrounding us and not them?
Keep your mouth shut!
Don't think we're gonna go easy on you just because you're students.
Looks like all your hard work was for nothing, huh? Sucks to be you!
They're not even trying to hide their involvement.
Utterly shameless.
You're jumping to an awful lot of conclusions. I see two groups of people in a collection of stolen goods, but no indication of which group was responsible. Do you have any way to prove that the four of you aren't the perpetrators?
What? Do you intend to frame us?
This is preposterous.
I'm just telling you that you need to mind your own business and learn your place. The Kreutzen province is the territory of Duke Alborea, and I will not have a gaggle of bratty students poking their noses where they don't belong. You will back down now, or we'll be more than happy to arrest you right here and drag you to Berea City, kicking and screaming.
Damn.
This is ridiculous.
I'm afraid you'll be doing no such thing.
What?
Who's there? Oh,
The railway police. Yeah, this country has 3 different kinds of
It's-
police.
The Railway Military Police.
Railway Military Police?
Yeah, the RMP.
They're supposed to be the most elite unit in the whole of the Imperial Army.
But, again, maybe it's normal for countries that have police force.
I see Maiden.
Why has one of the Chancellor's dogs come here?
what is the meaning of this? This area is under the jurisdiction of the Kreutzen Provincial Army. The Imperial Army has no right to intervene.
With all due respect, Celdic is a major interchange station in our railway network. So in point of fact, We have every right to investigate any incidents that occur in this general vicinity, as I'm sure you well know. And in accordance with our investigation thus far, after having questioned all those connected to the incident, we have concluded that it is impossible for any of these students to be guilty of these crimes. Do you wish to contest this judgment?
I suppose not.
Well then, may I suggest you leave us to do our jobs? The RMP will take responsibility for returning all of the stolen goods to their rightful owners as well.
Men, withdraw! We're returning to Celdic!
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
You've got to be kidding me!
We had a deal!
Take them into custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, crap.
Totally bold.
There's no point in resisting.
You're coming with us!
Or you shoot you in the face.
Damned iron-blood dog.
She's really pretty.
Is she really part of the RMP?
Thank you all very much for your assistance.
Hi, Claire.
My name is Captain Claire Revelt of the Railway Military Police. We're a division of the Imperial Army. And you are the visiting students from Thor's Military Academy, are you not? I'll need to file a report about what happened here. So would the four of you mind accompanying me?
Now we get to go back home at night. You really are, we really are grateful for everything you've done today. Thanks to you, the stolen goods have been recovered, and those responsible have been found and arrested. I can't possibly express my gratitude. I'm just glad we were able to help.
Besides, it was only thanks to the RMP's involvement that we were able to catch the culprits in the end. No, there's no need to be modest. All we did was physically arrest the culprits. The rest was entirely on you. If not for your assistance in stopping the criminals from escaping, we would have missed our chance to intervene altogether. I believe the credit for this achievement is yours and yours alone. Well, all this attention is kind of embarrassing. Still, I suppose it would be rude not to accept your fate.
Indeed, you should all be very proud of what you've accomplished here. So, can we leave everything in your capable hands from here on out, Captain? Of course. I'm intending to leave a number of our soldiers here for the time being. Rest assured that we'll take care of any further problems that may arise. We are greatly obliged. Still, your personal loyalties may differ. While your personal loyalties may differ, both the RMP and the Provincial Army are made up of Erebonian soldiers, so I'd appreciate it if you tried not to stand out too much. Your presence may create some anxiety among the locals. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Thank you for your cooperation with our report. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time. Oh no, not at all.
We really appreciate you coming to our aid like that.
Oh, there's no need to thank me. Really. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I regret having stepped in at all. Overcoming such an impossible situation was probably meant to be part of your field study too. To build character, perhaps. What?
Yeah, I may be good, but I'm not that good.
Oh! Instructor?
I was wondering when you'd show up.
Yeah, it's been hours.
It's been a while, Sarah.
That it has. 6 months, give or take? Honestly, I had no idea you RMP folks were gonna get involved with this. I suppose you had everything that was happening here figured out all along.
You overestimate my abilities. I did receive a report that suggested there might be trouble here, but that's it.
Oh, from your brother, I take it. Nothing gets past you lot.
We're just trying to make sure we're prepared to deal with any problems that might arise. But I'm sorry to say I don't have any more time to catch up with you right now. I really need to be taking my leave.
Bye, Claire.
I wish all the best to you and the rest of Class 7.
Ah,
Was she really part of the military? Sure doesn't seem like it. Her movements and actions, however, were those of a skilled officer. Highly skilled. Yeah, and the rest of the railway military seemed really well trained, too.
You know her instructor?
You could say that. Anyway, it looks like you've managed to finish up all the tasks I laid out for you. So I think it's about time we take our leave of this place. Understood? Do take care, everyone. Give my regards to the principal. And if you ever are in the area again, please do come to the market and say hi. You'll be more than welcome. We will. Thank you for everything. And away we go.
She's asleep again.
You don't think she's faking it, do you?
No. Judging by her breathing, I believe she really is asleep.
well, sounds like Group B turned out to be a complete disaster. If she had to deal with them, then come back here on the same day, I'll bet she's totally spent.
Yeah, good point. Anyone would be exhausted trying to sort that out.
It's hard to imagine her actually working hard, though, considering her usual attitude.
It does seem as though she's genuinely looking out for us, however.
Yeah.
So, this is how our first field study trip comes to an end, huh? I think I might have an idea now as to why we're here, though.
I had the same thought. Testing the Arcus is clearly a big reason for coming here, but it's not the only reason. I think it has more to do with making sure we see everything that's going on with our own eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Learning more about places in Erebonia we've only read about in books, and getting to see the issues occurring in those regions firsthand, just like in Celdic.
Indeed. And just as we thought and acted swiftly in the face of crisis this time, so too may we be called upon to do so again. These field studies may aim to test and cultivate those skills in preparation for our futures.
Exactly. Add to that good judgment, decisiveness, and general conduct, and I'd say we have a pretty clear picture as to why we're out in the field. Basically, we're training everywhere we go.
Well, you're about half right.
What's up,
Instructor.
I was so certain you were sound asleep.
What can I say? I can nod off and back on again in the blink of an eye. It's what I do. As you rightly noted, having first-hand knowledge of the areas to which you might be deployed is of tremendous importance, as is the ability to make swift, accurate judgments and solve problems with or without orders. Developing all these skills to their fullest is definitely a major part of why you're undertaking these field studies.
Just as I thought.
It's an interesting approach, but honestly, I've never heard of any other military academy trying it.
You say we're only half right, however. Which begs the question, what's the rest of the story?
What indeed?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking about what we did during our field study and why we were doing it. The whole concept seems eerily similar to the MO of bracers.
Now that you mention it...
The Bracer Guild prides itself on protecting civilians over all else, so it seems an unusual source of inspiration for a military academy. But the tasks we were given in Celdic do seem to align themselves quite well with the Bracer's basic philosophy.
Yeah, I guess so. Their emblem depicts a supporting gauntlet, and that's pretty much exactly what we've been for these people. Bracers still have branches all over the continent, but you hardly ever see them in Erebonia anymore.
Well, you got me. Which means...
How are we ever supposed to take her seriously when she says things like that, then conspicuously falls asleep?
Well, whether or not we did in fact get her, it still seems like bracers are somehow related to our activities here.
Not that Instructor Sarah is likely to come clean about our involvement anytime soon. I suppose until she does, all we can do is prepare ourselves in body and mind for our next field study.
Yeah.
So fun.
Is there something else bothering you?
Oh, no. It's just, well, we've been in the same class for a month now.
Yeah.
And this whole time I've been kind of keeping you in the dark.
What do you mean?
You aren't referring to the issue regarding your swordsmanship, I take it?
No, it's not that. It's something I've been hiding from you all this time, regarding my social class.
What?
Are you saying your family...
Yeah, I dodged the question when Machias asked, but technically I come from a family of nobles. My hometown is Ymir, in the northern mountains. I'm the son of its ruler, Baron Schwarzer.
You're from Ymir?
Schwarzer. Now that you mention it, I have heard the name before. An honorable family, closely tied with the imperial family themselves, despite being headed by a mere baron.
I never would have imagined you might be the son of a noble too.
I wouldn't have expected you to. I don't act like one. My dad and mom are both quite easygoing individuals. They don't behave like your typical nobles at all. And technically, since I was adopted, I don't have any actual noble blood running through me. I'm upper class in name only.
So, you...
Sounds like you've got your own issues to deal with, just like the rest of us, huh?
I don't think of it as a big deal, and I don't want you to think of it as one either. I just didn't want to keep it a secret any longer. After everything we've been through these past few days, I owe you guys that much. I mean, you're all going to be a major part of my life from here on out. It's only fair to share as much as I can with you, right?
I don't know what to say.
You consider us to be major parts of your life?
Honestly, has anyone ever told you that you can be way too serious sometimes? Just be sure you reveal your true identity to the others when we get back, too.
Oh, I intend to.
Youth. Still, even discounting the strangely perfect timing of the railway military police, that ruler of the forest they ran into in the nature park. Seems to be a harbinger of something big happening behind the scenes.
Yes. Something very big.
I must admit, I wasn't expecting the Icy Maiden to show up when she did. We may need to adjust our plans to compensate for this interference.
That won't be necessary. This was not a significant setback. If anything, it provided an unexpected bonus, giving us a valuable glimpse into the means through which the RMP and Intelligence Division coordinate their efforts. With both organizations posing sizable threats to our operation, that information alone makes this all worthwhile.
A valid point. Should we proceed as planned, then?
Of course. The tyrant must yet face the merciless hammer of judgment.
Yes. May his lofty ambitions be crushed to dust and swept away.
And end of chapter 1. Huzzah.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Keep up the good work. Good showing, everyone.
Dun, 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 And now we continue.
Late May. The lino flowers that painted Trista's spring fields had faded, replaced by lush greenery and a refreshing breeze. With the trials of last month's field study behind us, we found ourselves caught up once more in the bustle of school life. Both our combat training and academic studies continued to become more and more demanding. But May also heralded the beginning of specialist classes, more befitting a military academy.
Specials.
The Orbital Revolution 50 years ago changed the way wars were fought forever. There are a number of reasons for this fundamental change, but 4 factors in particular that I would argue to be the most important. The first is the invention of orbital guns, cannons, and other weaponry.
Oh, by the way, if you hear a piano in the background, that's my granddad playing.
The increased accuracy of these weapons, as well as their ease of maintenance and manufacture, instantly rendered all other firearms obsolete. The second factor is the associated mechanization of the military. Orbital technology led to the formation of armored divisions made up of tanks and armored cars. The impact this new kind of tactical unit had on the battlefield, with its enhanced offense, defense, and mobility, cannot be overstated. The third factor is the invention of airships. Warships that rely on the gravity manipulation ability of a flight field to remain in the air simply did not exist before the revolution. The sudden addition of a whole new dimension to war, the sky, made countless new strategies viable that were previously unimaginable. And the last factor is the creation of an entirely new practical science, which may be the biggest, most important change of all. Without orbital technology, such a concept would scarcely even have been conceivable. But now we'd be virtually crippled without it. Reen Schwarzer, can you tell the class what that new scientific breakthrough was?
Why me? Only possible after the Orbital Revolution, which revolutionized warfare. That would be academic points. 5th period, gender-divided lessons.
Why did Lady Laura have to be placed in a class like that? I was truly looking forward to studying alongside her.
Is that girl next to her not the one who scored the highest on the entrance exam?
I believe so, though I also hear she's a mere commoner.
There's something about that silvered-haired girl that I find oddly soothing. I wonder if she'd let me stroke her hair if I were to ask nicely.
That's quite enough idle chatter. We are members of Class 1. We are above such droll behavior. As well, we cannot allow ourselves to be bettered by that rabble, even in something as insignificant
like doing all of the cooking, however, that I must admit I'm finding this all rather challenging.
Could they make it a little less obvious they're talking about us? I mean, seriously.
It stands to reason they'd be curious about our class. It's hard to blame them for that, at least.
I think you've whisked that plenty already.
No, it needs more whisking. Whisk it until it is nothing.
I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of using an orbital computer.
Likewise. I was lost at first, but it's slowly beginning to make more sense.
Well, it is cutting-edge technology here in Erebonia, so I think most people are confused until they've gotten used to it. Machias and Eustace both picked it up surprisingly quickly, though.
Yeah, but academics are their thing. And I'm pretty sure Machias has been interested in computers for a while, too.
Eustace also seems to get the hang of things far quicker than most people, even if he's not interested in them at all. Which probably just adds insult to injury for Machias.
I'll bet. I hear they were really butting heads during last month's field study.
They were. At one point, things almost took a violent turn. We were able to hold them back, but I don't think we could have kept them under control for long if Instructor Sarah hadn't arrived.
We really need to do something about them, but I have no idea what.
I don't either, but you're right. This has gone on for way too long as it is. It needs to stop.
Rain Schwarzer.
Huh? Isn't he from Class 1?
Patrick, is it?
Patrick, what would you like?
That is correct. My full name is Patrick T. Higharms. I don't believe I need to say anything more than that.
What?
So, you're from the Higharms family.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Are they prestigious?
About as prestigious as they come. The Higharmses are one of the 4 great houses, though they're slightly lower in rank than the Albareas. I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
It doesn't matter. I didn't come here to talk to commoners or foreigners. I came to bring gladsome tidings to you, Rien Schwarzer. I am generously extending you welcome to make use of the accommodations on the 3rd floor of the Student Union building.
You mean...
The 3rd floor?
That's where the Nobles Salon is, right?
Your father may be a mere baron, but that still makes you a noble. And though you've had a class with this riffraff, I have decided to use my good name as a member of the Higharms family to afford you the privilege of joining us.
Not only did you just call my friend riffraff, but you said that my father was basically unimportant. I can show you riffraff.
I do hope you appreciate it.
Well, how can I turn him down politely?
This hardly strikes me as the best place to be recruiting new members.
Eustace.
Eustace Albarea?
I wasn't aware the 3rd son of the Higharms family counted playing factions among his hobbies. If you wished for company in the salon, should you not have come to me first?
You? You've been invited countless times. You simply choose not to come, despite there being no shortage of second years practically begging for your company.
What is the Noble Salon? Because, you know, it doesn't sound like just a regular salon.
I have no interest.
Suit yourself then. But you, Schwarzer, make sure you think long and hard about this. If you care about your future, you need to start thinking about the connections you're making and the side you're taking.
I choose to take the side of the douchebag.
He's certainly not shy.
No, he's not. I wasn't sure how to turn him down either. Thanks for stepping in, Eustace.
I wasn't trying to help you, but I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so... No, that's all.
Last month's field study? Is he...
Yeah, I think he means the run-in we had with the provincial army.
Ah, so he feels partially responsible for his family's actions then. must have been looking for a way to apologize to you.
I guess he has a nice side after all.
Marcus. Come on. Oh, wait.
Good work today, class. Tomorrow's a free day, so take it easy. You've earned it. Just remember, next Wednesday is your second practical exam. I was wondering when she'd bring that up. Will you be announcing the details of our next field study on Wednesday as well? Of course, you'll be heading out next weekend. I'm sure you can hardly wait.
I, for one, very much look forward to it.
Oh, and one more thing.
Your midterms are scheduled for the middle of next week, so just file that away, if you would. Midterms? Sounds irritating. So, we finally get to put all the knowledge we've gained throughout the past few months to the test. Oh man, I hope I don't mess that up. I gotta pick the right answers for all of them. Otherwise, I like getting all the right answers. Yes, and that's a good thing. You need to be thinking about your academic studies. School can't just be about military strategy, you know? Because if it was, I'm going to get an earful from Vice Principal Heinrich again. Is that all you care about?
Can we ask if there's anything we don't understand?
Not if you care about the answer being right. I'm a combat instructor. Book smarts like that are well beyond me. Anyway, that's all for homeroom. Monkeys, if you'd please. Yes, instructor.
All rise. Bow.
Well, I'll see you later, Reen.
Later.
Oh, are you two going to club activities today?
Yeah, I am. Did you want to have dinner together later?
We've been eating in the cafeteria an awful lot lately, so maybe we could go to the cafe in Trista today for a change of scenery?
Sounds good to me. You want to just meet up in the entrance hall later?
Sure.
See you then.
Oh, hi, Elisa. Are you off to club practice too?
Oh, no, not today.
What is it? Is there something you wanted to ask me?
It's nothing. I'll see you later.
Bye.
What was that all about?
Did you do something else to upset her?
Not that I'm aware of. Although, I suppose it's possible I did something wrong without even realizing it. Knowing her.
I was speaking in jest, I assure you. Are you planning on going into the old schoolhouse again tomorrow?
Yeah. The principal did ask me to keep an eye on it, so I thought I'd make time for a quick look inside.
All right. Please let me know when you're planning to begin the expedition, if you would. I have club activities tomorrow, but as far as I'm concerned, the old schoolhouse takes priority.
Thanks. I'll let you know.
Excellent. I'll see you tomorrow then.
We get Laura to come with us.
You're in the chess club, aren't you, Machias? Or are you planning on studying in the library?
Since when was it any of your business what I choose to do after class?
No, I just... Have I done something to upset you?
Not especially. It's actually my fault for being deceived so easily in the first place.
Oh. Let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all on equal standing here. I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to deceive you. I just...
Save your breath. Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie. That's all there is to it.
Marcus, come on.
I'm sorry.
Now, please, think nothing of it.
Oh, no, not at all. Did you need something?
I accidentally left one of my textbooks in my desk, so I came back to fetch it.
I'm just gonna keep sitting in this desk.
Ah, here it is.
What subject?
Take a look.
Intermediate math.
Studying hard as always, I see. Except, wait, intermediate? Isn't that part of the Sunday school curriculum? Seems a bit basic for you.
Oh, it's not for me. I promised to help Fee with her math studies. I found this at a bookshop in town and thought it might be of some use to her.
Ah, okay.
Which reminds me, I should really be going. I'm sure she's waiting for me by now. I'll see you later, Reen.
Take care.
Hey, wait, do you think you could help me with Machias?
And don't worry.
Huh?
I'm sure Machias doesn't hate you or anything. If you can find some way of making him realize how you feel, I'm sure he'll understand. It's just getting through to him that might be tough.
Yeah.
No, how do I get him to understand that I don't love him?
I just have to keep at it. If Emma believes I can make it work, then I'll believe it too. I should probably also get going. Maybe I'll wander around the academy grounds for a while before returning to the dorm.
Is there anything I have to do? I don't think so. Hey, dude. These classrooms don't exist on the map. These are fake classrooms. Hey, man. How you doing?
Vice Principal hired to sound me. He didn't have to yell at me just because I lost one little key.
Would you like me to help you with that key? Oh, it's you two. I forget your names, but you're both business people. I remember now. What's up, dude? I don't remember you. Alan. Bridget. No. I already decided I wouldn't. I'm gonna go clear my head and practice. And then there's you, Colette. Alright, I'm gonna leave because there's not really anything for me to do. That is upstairs to the rooftop. Hey girl, Margarita.
Hey, been scouted out all the potential first year candidates. I believe it's time to move on to the second years. Will my search for a dashing husband ever bear fruit? I'm old Bessie.
Hey, who are you? I don't know, but you're standing there. Is there anything for me to do? There's a story event out in Trista. Oh, maybe that's why it's not letting me teleport.
Hey, Rosie. I plan on helping out at the church today, too. Knowing that even someone as insignificant as myself can be of assistance to others is a splendid feeling. It makes my efforts all feel worth it.
Should I go back to the dormitory? I mean, there's nothing to do. There might be a quest or something, but... not
Hey
really.
there, first year.
Huh? Hey, Crow.
Oh, it's you. I'm not going to play along with your scams this time, so you might as well be on your way.
I wasn't trying to hustle you before, honest. Did you, figure out how I did it, though? If you really want your 50 mirror back, I'll be happy to hand it over. But wouldn't you rather feel like you earned it? Come on, what do you say?
There had to have been a trick to it. Some form of sleight of hand. Something that wasn't as it seemed. If I had to guess, I'd say the crux of this illusion was... course. I'm pretty sure he had a bag at his feet, which means you threw the coin in the air but let it fall instead of trying to catch it. You let it fall right into the open bag lying in wait for it at your feet. Am I right?
Yeah, not bad. Well, I wasn't expecting you to figure it out so quickly.
So I was right.
Yep, spot on. And a promise is a promise, so here's your 50 mirror bag. Sorry. I've only got 10 mirror on me.
It's fine. Just forget it. It's only 50 mira. You can keep it.
Oh, really? Well, that's mighty generous.
Hey! Stop trying to leech money off innocent first years, you louse.
Oh, crap. It's the she-devil.
What?
Andy. Hey, Andy.
A bicycle? No, it looks like it's powered by orbital energy. Wait, I've seen this girl somewhere before.
You're Reen, I take it. I've been hearing all about you from Toa and George. Sounds like you pulled off some pretty amazing stuff in your field study last month.
I'm surprised you know my name, actually. I didn't think I'd been doing anything worthy of such attention. Guess I should still officially introduce myself, though. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
Same. I'm Angelica Ragnar. Glad I could finally make your acquaintance.
Ragnar? As in Marquis Ragnar? Head of one of the 4 great houses?
Same reaction every time, I swear. Yeah, I'm his unworthy daughter. But he doesn't really want to have anything to do with me since I go around dressed like this.
I think it's less how you dress and more how you behave. Where are you going on that bike at this hour anyway?
Oh, George finally finished tuning the Orbital engine. So I figured I'd give it a run to the capital and back and see how it holds up.
Sure must be nice not to have a care in the world.
Look who's talking.
So you do ride it like a bike. Wow.
Well, catch you later. I'm thinking of putting in a request for you sometime. If I do, I'd sure appreciate a swift response.
Lost for words? That's a little something George put together a while back. He calls it an Orbital bike. Pretty cool, huh?
It is. It's kind of like a steel horse. I'm guessing you can't buy those in any shops?
Nah. The Ruhr Institute of Technology started putting that one together as part of a test. Then George finished it off. Angelica put up the money for the parts herself. Oh, but Toa and I helped out too.
Sounds like it must have been a pretty challenging project. Are you on good terms with Toa and George then? Angelica said she'd heard all about me from them. Maybe you had a little something to do with that too?
Well, we're all from different classes, but we've kind of stuck together for a while now. Come to think of it, I never did introduce myself, did I?
No, you didn't.
Name's Crow Armbrust, 2nd year, class 5. I'm sure I'll catch you around again. Later.
So, his name's Crow, huh? Angelica's the daughter of Marquis Ragnar, Toa's the student council president, George is head of the engineering club. It seems like every second year I meet is somebody important.
And now we start chapter 2. Oh wait, did you need me to press the button? We could hang out in the dormitory, but there's really nothing to do in there.
delivery. The old schoolhouse request is the same deal as last one. Still got the key, so I can go whenever I'm ready. But there's no telling how long it's going to take, so I should finish everything else up first. Alright, let's get started. Let's get started. I can't do impressions. Don't mock me. Anyways, we're going to leave the episode here. I hope everyone has been having fun. Yeah, I don't really know how to do an outro. Anyways, bye.